Hello, guys and gals, me Mudahar, and
Hello, guys and gals, me Mudahar.
woohoo! Imagine going to jail.
I imagine going to jail. I would not have to imagine it.
I can safely say that on the internet, there are a lot of idiots. People.
Not me. You. Just you. I can't imagine going to jail. I can't relate.
That aren't very smart, that basically jeopardize absolutely everything.
That's you.
Now you may have heard that the game Starfield is coming.
I didn't hear.
Over Starfield, or
Fell off.
any video game for that matter. Now, I love video game leaks. Okay, I've been following the GTA 6 leaks. I was creaming when I saw that.
Todd Howard did it.
Because people online will basically laugh as Todd Howard.
Todd Howard allegations.
You know, going on message boards or Twitter and basically saying, hey, you want to buy my game? You want to buy Starfield? Of course you do. But before we get into the story...
Nobody wants to buy Starfield. Fell off.
Cyberpunk 2077, loved those leaks. Starfield...
The guy who leaked GTA 6 clips did it from Amazon TV Fire Remote in a hotel with like a PSP or something like that. And he's like, he has so much autism he couldn't stand trial. Imagine that. It's like, you have so much autism you could just plead insanity. Like me. I would totally be hacker guy too. Anonymous?
Field, no exception. Now, I'm a man that always likes to try to get my games...
Yes, upgrade edition. This guy balling.
I do want to say I am at the Insomnia UK Gaming Fest.
Nobody asked, man. Tyrone, we care about Starfield. We don't want to hear about whatever that is.
Festival in Birmingham, I know.
Birmingham. Would you like a find a chicken and a can of Coke with chips on the side?
Pray for me. Between the 8th and 10th of August. And because I'm generous, if you... It looks so good. It looks so good.
You look like a twink.
It really does hide my hairline very well. Now
He's balding. I'm not insecure about my face.
Earlier, see a leak, I enjoy. It actually makes me more hyped for any video game. Now, Starfield has had a ton of leaks in the last, 72 hours, in the last week. And,
And reading all that.
in my opinion, they've all been pretty damn decent. But unfortunately, there had to be a martyr in this situation. And the martyr, ladies and gentlemen...
It's Tyrone Biggums. My man, basketball.
Was a individual that is known as Lord Tyrone.
Look at him.
Lord Tyrone.
Good guy.
Tyrone, for those of you who have no idea who he is.
Smart guy. Handsome guy.
Lord Tyrone is an individual that is currently facing a felony
I'm going to jail.
charge for stealing this video game.
That's not a big deal, bro. Just put it back on the shelf.
So to understand, Lord Tyrone is actually Darren Harris, who stole dozens of copies of that game.
Just put it back on the shelf.
Dozens of copies, not just one, not just two, dozens, ladies and
21.
gentlemen. They got a bunch of them. And because of those copies, it seems as though that some of them had ended up on eBay for the
Businessman, Sun Tzu.
price tags of $250, $250. Fuck, here's an entire system for $560.
Who cares about this game? What is this, Halo? Starfield. So it has stars. Okay. Starfield Constellation Edition. $550. I have to get that. Starfield.
There ain't no way somebody's buying.
Ain't no way, boy, somebody buying Starfield. It's like dry humping to the petroleum. What's the word? Planet Side 2.
Buying a standard definition of the game for $200 when early access is like half that price, $250, half of $250, and it's coming out in like a day. Come on now, wait people. Now, while I'll be streaming Starfield legally tonight, unfortunately, our friend Darren over here, Harris, did not. In fact, what had happened over here was, as they had allegedly stolen these copies and possibly started selling them online.
I think that he's a businessman.
Some review copies have been given out for Starfield, but again, good luck tracking them down. I think that...
So we're going to find Pyro at Insomnia.
Or some video. Now, that being said, there are loads and loads of leaks going around, but what people earn a YouTube account, probably behind Surfshark VPN, and probably some kind of Tor
Raid Shadow Legion
browser released, there could be huge legal ramifications. Like, for example, that...
Ramification.
Free because he wasn't mentally capable.
Yeah, he has a severe autism. He's based, basically.
of like being on trial or something
Yeah, being on trial. Why does he say it like that? Being on trial?
called Darren Tyrone Harris. And he was actually smart enough to leak 40 minutes.
Who cares about this game? Now I want to look it up.
Of Starfield gameplay. Now again, most people were leaking stuff, that there are multiple leaks, but they did it anonymously. He didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we've got a fucking picture of his face. The guy decided, you know what, he has an Amazon Alexa. So because he has an Amazon Alexa, he just exposed immediately.
So let's talk about it. Their houses, and then
It's fucking Alien Isolation. Nobody asked for this. Nobody asked.
He uploaded it directly onto his YouTube channel.
He uploaded it directly to...
Sharing it all across Twitter. I'll be honest, Twitter is now like the modern day pirate
Twitter is based. Log on.
bay. I have seen so many tweets of people showing off like the entire Super Mario Brothers movie, like a complete rip of it.
That's true, man. Power Cynical looks like a big Mario fan.
And pretty much any
Power Cynical, you a Starfield fan?
upcoming film, because Twitter doesn't really care. Like every time something gets taken down, there'll be like 15 more.
No, Twitter cares. Twitter, Elon.
One of the individuals from r/gaming leaks
Gaming.
and rumors. Yes, one of the
r/gaming leaks and rumors.
largest subreddits for gaming leaks and rumors imaginable, ended up, I guess you could say, snitching a little bit.
Ah, my boy Tyrone. Darren.
It seems to me that the subreddit is running on bread and circuses mode, mixed with bystander syndrome.
I am bipolar.
Was the actual subreddit user, Atkins in this case, basically showcased that they communicated with Memphis police, and Bethesda basically reached out and connected this Harris individual to the Starfield leak, and the idea that this guy...
Well, get on, buddy. You could do the OJ strat and just get in your car and just drive in the highway really slow, and then the police can never get you.
Re-uploads 10 seconds later. Now, I do want to say I've seen some gameplay of Starfield.
It fell off. It fell off, man. It fell off. It fell off. It's manic.
It does not look very good.
Sun Tzu said that.
Actually terrified that we're going to have a Forspoken situation. What a lot of people seem
What? A Bespoken? Oh, like a No Man's Sky.
to forget about Bethesda games because they seem to release one like every generation at
They seem to fall out. They make Fallout. They make Skyrim.
this point. So the people that turn 30, they actually forget what Skyrim was like.
I just said that.
Every single Bethesda game that comes out is kind of broken on launch, and then they just have the thought process of, you know what?
Well, it's like Call of Duty. When they make Call of Duty and then you freaking take the pencil and you write down. Stupid ass bitch. Why are you swearing? Stop swearing. You know Call of Duty when you hack the max prestige at the beginning of the game.
We'll patch it up later. We'll fix it later. We'll make
Yeah. Sun Tzu later.
it playable a little bit later. And you know what? We'll throw in some free DLC. Maybe some horse armor again from Oblivion. Even
I didn't know Pyrocynical was into horses.
though you had to pay for that. Apparently there are some really bad features in the game as well. There are loads of planets that you can land on, but the majority of them are just completely barren. Like, I've seen a clip of one guy running from like one side of the planet to the other, and he couldn't even explore the planet because he got hit with an invisible wall. And if you try to land in one of the out-of-game barrier areas, it'll instead teleport you or land your ship into a completely random spot on the planet that
Yes.
just got generated. So I'll be honest, it's not looking very good. I can so easily see that there's going to be like a Crowcat video on this or something, just completely tearing the game down. I remember even seeing gameplay, not
The enemy.
leaked gameplay, like actual official gameplay of Starfield. It was like
Well, that looks kind of good, right?
some gun combat, and the laser rifle the guy used, he was barely using it. It was just a complete game journalist playing the game.
Man, that's Destiny, bro. The moon.
But you could see that the laser rifle they were using, it was literally just a reskinned laser rifle from like Fallout 3 or Fallout 4, like with a couple of modifications stuck on top. So anyway,
It's not reskin, bro. They did different cube, bro. They did different cube 3D model.
back to Darren, the world's most intelligent man. So
Most based legend. Allegation don't care.
he leaked 40 minutes worth of Starfield, which, you know, probably equals
Movie. Absolute cinema!
to about a 40-year jail sentence.
Wait, what? It's a video game! Wait. The fuck? Can we do that for the bitch? Amo.
But this is the worst thing, right? So he wasn't even arrested for that. He actually
let him off.
was arrested for a completely different crime, and because of that crime, they then realized that he was the guy that leaked Starfield, and they're now going to look at
was possibly selling copies of the game online,
Businessman Sun Tzu.
and they eventually stopped
Sun Tzu said that.
him right there and then.
Oh, they stopped him on eBay. Oh, the Zoo Sun.
So it's not entirely confirmed if those actions contributed to the arrest. But again, I don't think they would have to worry too much when Lord Tyrone was actually
Lord Tyrone, Mr. Basketballs.
talking about it so openly. Now, well, they're
Based. You know what I talk about openly? I hit Arston from the back, do a page break.
adding that on top of his other charges. So this guy is facing 3 charges. Theft
3 charges. Based.
of property for $1,000 or less. Theft of property between $2,500 and
What the fork? Is it 40 years?
$10,000. And the possession of marijuana,
Smoke 'em up!
which is a controlled substance in Tennessee. And also, apparently, this guy wasn't just leaking gameplay of Starfield. He got a bunch of review copies from the game. I have no idea how he did.
You know that one scene in Breaking Bad where they open the door and they take the thing and they leave before the cameras see that? He did that.
That he probably just hung outside like the back factory of Bethesda and slipped someone like 50.
He kicked in the door. He's 6'20", so he just fucking like.
Dollars, but he was then using those like leaked review copies of the game that weren't even like full release, and he was selling them. Now again, that theft.
Businessman Sun Tzu said that.
There's tons of video footage already floating around on the internet. I'm blurring it out, but
Post it. 40-year sentence. It's worth it. It's Starfield, man. Wait, Pyro showed it. Put him in jail. Lock him up.
Bethesda, Todd, do not send ninja
You're not saying it. Do not.
to my house. Stop it. One of the original accounts that was connected to this was
Rip Elon.
Z
Rip Grandma.
Visceral, which
Rip Grandma.
I'm going to show you an initial review of this. It's kind of hilarious. Watch this.
I ain't mad.
Hey, yo.
Know what happens.
We outside. Don't fucking touch me or I'm suing.
For real.
I'm smoking weed at Starfield headquarters.
That guy ain't smooth.
Is that English?
For
Sun Tzu said that. Socrates said that.
the guy was
That's Nietzsche.
out there who want a different type of game, there's definitely something to get.
Oh man, he's like, guys, I'm telling you, my mixtape is fire. Dead ass.
It takes time. You're gonna have to read it.
I used to feel so devastated.
Can't just jump into it. You're gonna
Get into it, yeah.
just jump around how I was.
What is it? Basketball? Not basketball. What was the thing I was gonna say? Ebonics.
For a minute. Todd, no offense, man.
Ty, no offense, man.
That's a good game.
I would suck this guy. Like, he looks good, you know, clean.
Perfect timing.
Boom, perfect timing.
About leaving the earth and all that. It's good stuff.
Now,
Thank you for the review. Steam review.
Harris, while he says the game is really great
First ever Steam video review.
and all, he definitely says that you should read. It reminds me of when I saw the Cyberpunk 2077 leaker fail to drive a vehicle. I don't think that Lord Tyrone is necessarily the best video game player. In fact, if it
He's the best video game player. Stop. I'm switching to Pyro. Switching to Pyro.
Theft of property charge between $2,500 and $10,000.
Based. Worth. It's worth.
I have no idea how many copies of Starfield this guy had. Bro probably had like a truck's worth. I imagine like a
He's like 40. How do you carry 40 out of the bag?
700 copies of Starfield for the PS5. They finally got a game. They sold like hotcakes. Now again, I do want to say,
Hotcakes, gas cakes, pancakes, bitch, wobbles.
this guy is not the only person to leak Starfield. Probably
Multiple based users inbound.
the most stupid guy, literally using his full legal name on his
That's not stupid, that's based.
YouTube channel, and then also going ahead and trying to sell copies, not even related to him, but for example, there have already been massive spoiler leaks of the game online. Now, I imagine the kind
Well, nobody's gonna play it anyways, fuck them.
of people that post these spoilers online are the same kind of people that like release the ending of a video game literally the day it drops. You know those kinds of channels that just seem to farm video games to get the ending, hoping that one of their videos bangs? It's like you're...
Oh yeah, that. See, now so many people are gonna start up a channel like that because they don't have 40 copies of Starfield to auction on eBay for fucking an ay caramba amount of money.
Get a game that comes out day one, and then the ending of the game already came...
Starfield, ay caramba! It's a quote from the general sentiment of the public. The Republic of Gamers, Reddit.
Came out the day before because they requested a review copy, not to actually play the game, just to grease out a
Just to fucking throw it in the garbage and say fell off.
playthrough for their YouTube channel. Apparently it's pretty commonplace now at the minute as well for like someone to send a link and then that link takes you to a Starfield spoiler. This really brings me back to like for
Based. Bethesda owned for real.
example, when one of the last Harry Potter books came out, The Deathly Hallows, and you actually had people driving around at the midnight release with all these like children lining up to get the latest books. They could finally find out what happened to Harry and Ron and Hermione
I've seen some videos about them people.
and Hagrid, and then you'd have people...
Hagrid. You're a wizard, Harry. Pyro, you're a wizard, Pyro. Pyro. Slop.
people driving around in their like shitty Ford Fiesta with a megaphone.
Fiesta!
Anything, a video that I ended up watching that
Do not read them!
has been so far scrubbed away from ZeniMax, where it
ZeniMax. IMAX. $3 more and you get nothing. It's like, what's the difference between IMAX and normal movie? It's the same thing. Can't tell the fucking difference. Oh, the audio's slightly different. My ears are the same shape regardless.
showcases Lord Tyrone with a copy
Lord Tyrone. Starfield. The fucking nectar.
of Starfield, an Xbox Series X, and about 40 minutes of
X.
them bumbling around the game's introductory segment, where I learned that it all starts to make sense. See, he was charged with felony theft,
Based.
basically property of $2,500 to
Based.
$10,000 US. Oh boy! Now, of course, he's since been out on a bond of $10,000.
Unbased. Stay in jail to take damage.
God bless the community freedom.
Really? Free you.
Actually, I think he just called a bail bond, if anything. But the officers who did
I'm gonna need that next. Can you guys bail me out?
a search warrant found that a FedEx package
Search warrant found what?
was sealed with a copy of the stolen game, 4 Xbox Series Starfield games, and 2 Xbox Series versions of the games, the Upgrade Edition.
This guy's balling out. What the fuck? The upgrade edition. This guy has upgrade edition money. Also found 3 handguns of marijuana based. One of the handguns was stolen.
There was also 3 handguns and, of course, marijuana.
Of course. What do you mean, of course? Do not redeem.
One of those handguns was reported stolen. So, yeah, Harris is not the smartest criminal
Based.
in the world. Again, if you've stolen video games, the last thing you want to do
Is not be based and not make the swag bucks off it.
is put up the fucking camera and go, hey guys,
Yeah, put up the camera and go, hey guys.
I did it.
He done it.
I mean, that is just some stupidity. Now,
Now it's based.
for the person who snitched all over it, the subreddit is a little bit pissed. They obviously don't approve of this kind of behavior.
Why? It's called Art Gaming Leaks. What? What's wrong with you?
In fact, even one of the mods says, we permabanned the guy that called the cops on Tyrone, by the way. Not interested in that type of shit. Hell
Oh, they permanent the guy who called the cops. Yeah, get out of here. You little son of a gun.
no.
Son of a stolen gun, marijuana, and upgrade edition at the same spot.
Who the fuck would call the cops on such
The corruption, they are taking my money. I cook.
a legendary leaker? I know, Tyrone, he's base. Stop it. Now,
Yes.
all, Tyrone may not have even been arrested necessarily for the video game theft. Could have been the weapons, the stolen weapon, possibly. The marijuana
Based.
possession, which I know tennis
Mega based.
he's not exactly too thrilled about. But ladies and gentlemen, what Lord Tyrone did was actually, without a shadow of a doubt,
He did that shit. The allegations are true.
raise some insane hype for a video game that's launching in,
That nobody gives a doorknob about. They don't know where the doorknob go where the roof is.
by the time you watch this video, several hours.
Right now.
So, you know what? If Starfield is not a great game, if it turns out to be another bum launch like Cyberpunk, at
Cyberpunk.
least we had a great video game leak story.
Yeah, that's funny, man. Stolen gun, 40 years, bye-bye. Just, you know, get a phone call every couple weeks. It's good.
Phone, basically saying, Snape dies, Dumbledore dies, Harry dies, just
What is wrong with Pyrocynical? Why is he talking like that?
completely spoiling the book. So apparently the way as well that Darren was actually
I didn't know Pyrocynical reads. This guy is smart.
able to get so many copies of Starfield is that he stole them from his place of work.
Based. This guy's based. He works at Amazon. It's like 2-day shipping to Tyrone's house.
I have no idea where he works. Maybe it's like Santa's Grotto or something. Because I have no
Was that some like British store? Retail? Chain?
idea like what place you would work where you just leave copies of an upcoming of your
Starfield headquarters. Perhaps. You could fill in the blanks there, Pyrocynical.
biggest upcoming game of the year just lying around for people to steal. Like they weren't even counted for inventory or anything like that.
Wait, Starfield's the biggest. I didn't hear about this. Bro, I'd rather play like Halo 2.
Is so you literally have corner shops, right? So if you go into like a shop or something and you steal some gum or some like polo mints or something, they will know you've done that because they take inventory at the end of every day or the end of every week. And if they haven't sold that,
This is a wagey monologue. That's for the emo bitch. She do that. Counting down the clock. You know what I mean? That new gig coming in. Ay caramba!
It might be one of the most outlandish leaks that I've seen so far. A person who committed a felony and then boasted about it on camera, released 40 minutes of footage of them bumbling around a video game, all to inadvertently raise hype for Todd Howard's, I guess, next alleged masterpiece. But hopefully, Lord Tyrone, kind of gets off scot-free. He seems like a pretty decent guy.
This guy's good, guys. Good guy. Good guy.
Maybe should lay off the weed a little bit.
Stay off the weed!
But ladies and gentlemen, wild story, man. Wild situation.
Is it Mudar alcoholic?
Anyways, tune in later today when I stream
Do not redeem.
on YouTube right here for Starfield, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you saw, please.
I do like what I see. That shirt with the booba jiggling. Growing. Gaping.
inventory, they then know, okay, someone robbed it. They weren't even
Of course it's he would rob it, right? You know what I mean?
they are treating copies of Starfield
Like gold and silver. We sell that shit on Ledger.
less than polo mints. That is very worrying and should probably set the precedent of how
Why is Pyro using precedent? This big word. Amazon Alexa, what does precedent mean? It means retarded people be like stealing. Wait, that's the wrong demographic from what we're actually.
how excited we should be for this game. I'm sorry, I'm getting so invested in this, my voice is breaking every 2 seconds.
Yeah, you sound silly.
So you can go onto his YouTube channel right now, and this guy has gone completely incognito off the radar. Like this
I'm off the grid.
guy knew that Homeland Security was coming for him, and he ran 50 miles.
And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more to Starfield HQ to change my avatar to black circle.
His profile picture's just black, his banner's just black, and then nothing. No videos,
You are nothing.
nothing. He's just got like a favorites playlist, which is just like some rap
I'm a 50 toilets.
music or something. Now, like I said, though, these leaks are really damaging Bethesda. I mean, no one likes getting story leaks. That sucks. Like, why play a game if you know what's going to happen at the end anyway? Like, the gameplay has to be really good. But like,
Nobody asked about this game.
Like I said, there are so many articles on these like quote unquote invisible walls. The worst thing is, okay, so for example, No Man's Sky. That game, when it launched, everyone hated it. It was terrible. It was horrendous. Even base game No Man's Sky, as barren and empty as it was, that would still let you run around the entirety of a planet. You can't even do that in Starfield. You'll just hit an invisible wall like you're playing Fallout 3. It is actually really worrying that we're probably going to have another No Man's Sky situation here, but instead of this being like an indie studio, this is going to be an actual AAA game with millions and millions of dollars behind it. And the thing is, with these invisible walls, you've literally had people working on the game that have tweeted stuff like this guy, DC Deacon, saying, yep, if you want, walk on, Brave Explorer.
Nah, he's mad as hell, you can just tell.
Replying to someone saying, if I land on a planet, will I be able to walk the entirety of the planet? Now, just to be a little bit of a contrarian, I get it, right? Like, you know, people are complaining, saying,
contraception.
And you can't walk an entire planet. But the way I'd respond to that is, what's the point in being able to walk an entire planet if that planet is completely barren, if there's no resources, if there's nothing to do?
My brother in Christ, you create the purpose.
If it really is just a bunch of less sad rocks.
Less sad rocks.
What is the point of being able to walk across that entire planet? It feels nitpicky.
For less sad rock.
For the sake of it. But that being said, Bethesda are hyping
sad rock.
This up to be like their biggest game ever, and that kind of worries me about the company a lot, because they always seem to
fell off completely.
Basically hype up that each upcoming game is going to be bigger, but bigger doesn't always mean better.
Mean better.
I know the irony of me, Paracynical, saying that, but you get the idea. I would much rather
that fucking 1,000-year star, 1,000-year star for camera.
Rather a smaller, contained area with loads of interactables, loads of quests to do, just loads of eye candy, just stuff to look at and go, wow, that's cool. Then a big
you mean sad rocks?
Empty open plain of just nothingness apart from
you are nothing. You should
dust and rocks. And apparently, I think I read online as well, like less than 10% or 5% of the planets you visit are actually going to be like habited, and they're going to
so it's No Man's Sky, basically. Like, what?
Have any kind of life. The rest are going to be barren, which probably means there won't be anything to do there. So yeah, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit worried about Starfield. These leaks have not helped the game. But honestly, that Darren guy I talked about earlier.
Man, this guy's just posting this shit for money. There's no way. Like, think about it, the thought process behind how do I come up with like things to talk about for 9 minutes. It's like Mudahar only talked about 6 minutes because Mudahar's been doing it for a while. He doesn't have to do. What was that monologue about Harry Potter that Pyro just went on? Dude, shut the fuck up. The funniest part of this video is like, bigger. Okay, bye.